Right, the other day my Mini 3 Pro landed in the tip of a tree, and whilst the gimbal wasn't damaged, the props were. All you've got to do, if ever your drone has a bit of a skirmish with trees, run your fingers along the blades. And I can feel here I've got a very slight crack, and I've actually got a little chunk taken out of that propeller there. It's lost its little orange tip. So these props have to be replaced. You can't fly with a cracked propeller because it'll be unbalanced and it can very easily damage the motor or even go out of control. So changing the props is a very, very simple procedure. It's not straightforward. The larger drones you literally push and turn. With the Minis, the Mini 3, Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, you've got to make use of the tiny little screwdriver that comes with your kit, and you will have two sets of props, and that's what we're going to do today, is literally just show you how easy it is to change the props over. So let's get the pack open. You've got to be very careful because not only do you have the sets of blades in there, but you'll also have two little screws that you just got to get out. They come in their own little packet. You don't reuse the screws. The screws have got a little thread locking agent on them, and when you replace the blade you should replace the screw as well, so be careful not to throw them on the floor. So you get three screws. You've also got the two props, two screws, and a spare one for the one that you can't find when you drop them on the floor. Right, so first of all what we're going to do is locate the broken prop. Right, so this one is cracked. So what we're going to do, hold it firmly, put the little screwdriver in, and literally just turn counterclockwise, anti-clockwise, normal screw, unscrewing motion. Find off it comes. Little screw has just fallen into the motor there. Make sure you fish the screw out as well. There we go. Thankfully, the screws are magnetic, as is the little screwdriver, which helps. Let's put that to one side. Put the broken prop to one side. Now, this other prop is also damaged. I can see there's a little chunk taken out of it. It's got a little semicircle, hard to see, but a little semicircle. So both props coming out. And then again grab that screw, put it to one side, lift the prop off gently. Right, one very important thing you've got to make sure is that you get the right set of propellers on the right arm. Now they do have a handy little guide here. I'll show that for you. I'll take another picture actually and zoom that in. You've got prop set A and prop set B, and it clearly indicates which arm of the drone the individual props should go. Now once you get them out of the packet, if you actually make a little mistake or you lose track of which one's which, you can tell them apart because the A blades have got a very, very slight little mark. Again, I'll show a close-up of that, but just around the center spindle there's a little raised line, whereas the B blades do not have that. So like I said, refer to the indication on the packet and it will tell you which arm which set of props go. Now the other thing of course you can do is they're opposite, because obviously one set's turning one way and the other set's turning the other way. So I can see here I've got the little mark here, so these are the props I'm going to want opposite, and that does indeed tally up with the indication. That's the one I dropped on the floor. Okay, that's why they give you a spare one, because it's so easy to drop. When you fit the blade, there is an upside down and a right way up. Obviously you want that little mark facing up. There's a curved surface, you want that curved surface at the top. You want the concave surface facing down. Again, just follow the other props that you've got on there. So push down gently, it sits there. Get the screw lined up on your screwdriver. Just very gently line it up and start screwing it in. Hold the motor firm. Sometimes it's easy just to go back a turn, make sure you're not going to be cross-threading. Hold the rotating motor firmly and you should just screw in nice. It's got quite a tight, firm motion, and then eventually it suddenly comes to a nice stop. The last bit gets quite firm, but when it's done, there should not be any movement. Obviously it's got to spin freely, but it shouldn't actually lift up and down. So you know you've got it at the right strength. And let's just do the other one quickly. There, suddenly it stops. There's no, I mean, it'll wiggle a bit, but it won't actually lift up and down the screw. So that is now perfect. Just got the other set of blades to do now, the one with the missing orange chunk. So again, let's just quickly unscrew him. Turn it until it comes to a sudden stop, and then we've just got the last one. And see again there, I can see the little orange tip is just coming off, so he obviously needs to be replaced as well. So there we go, all the props, all the damaged props replaced nice and easily. Critical to get them changed if they're cracked in any way. Also critical to make sure you follow the instructions and get the right blade on the right arm. Like I said, if you're a bit unclear whether or not the indication is like upside down or the right way up, just go diagonally across. So I've got smooth, opposite smooth, and I've got the little ridged opposite the ridged. It is a bit fiddly. You do need bright lights. You do need a steady hand. Get yourself a nice solid little table and just take your time so you don't cross thread anything. But hopefully you won't actually have to replace the propellers too often. You pretty much only have to do that if you crash. So on that note, a little thumbs up if you found this useful. Until next time, have fun, happy flying.